Well, good day and welcome to the show. I'm Maggie Linton. On this day in 1955, Elvis Presley joined the Army. And in 1987, Janet Jackson and Luther Vandross won the first Soul Train Music Awards. Well, for all you wannabe entrepreneurs and inventors, this hour is for you. Our next guest is a dynamic woman who has succeeded in Inventions and wants you to be the same. Lisa Ascolese, a.k.a. the Inventress, is an inventor, independent product broker, and businesswoman. She has appeared on and continues to bring products to QVC, HSN, that's the Home Shopping Network, and Evine Line, which is formerly known as Shop NBC. Welcome, Lisa.
Good morning, Maggie. How are you today?
I am just doing fine. I am thrilled to have you on.
And I'm thrilled to be on. You know that.
Yeah, I know. I'll tell you. We have over the years, and I've only been on for about a year and a half doing this, but over the years I've talked to so many people who want to invent something and think they know what to do, but they don't know where to begin. So let's talk about your career and how you got to where you are today.
Sure, that's a long story. But anyway, I'll make it as short and sweet as I can. I started inventing products when I was very, very young, 9 years old, not knowing I was inventing. But fast forward many years later, there was a need. I was nursing my young baby. I was very young when I had my first baby, and very, very embarrassed to nurse. So I knew, we know the importance of bonding with your baby and so forth, and I said I have to be able to do this no matter where I am and no matter when my baby needs to feed, I have to be able to do it. So I came up with a product that was a cape, a nursing cape. I designed it called the Bosom Buddy Breastfeeding Cape. And I knew that if I needed this product, there were many other women who needed the same thing. And, we're all pretty much the same. We're all built from the same, God and so forth. So anyway, got this product manufactured, and there's a lot in between that. But got it somehow manufactured. I kind of walked around looking for manufacturers and opened up the yellow pages at the time, found a manufacturer who was willing to make a few samples for me. Lo and behold, I put the product out on the market, but making many mistakes in between, going to the wrong people, asking for the wrong management in stores in order to put the product out there, but finally got the right people to help me in terms of buyers and got my product into hundreds of mother care stores. That was my first jump into manufacturing and putting products on the market. So that was the beginning. After that, I got the inventing bug. People were buying it left and right. Women went crazy for this product, again, because there was a need for this item, obviously. As we all say, necessity is the mother of invention, and that certainly happened with this particular item. After that, I started designing hair accessories. The one hair accessory you may or may not know was called the bun tie, and that was on QVC and sold very, very well. This product was born because every Sunday I would put my hair up in a bun going to church because it was quick and it was easy and I looked great and it was neat and so forth. But I was using a sock to do it. Actually using a sock to put my hair in a bun, but it was beautiful. Nice colors, designer, whatever. And every Sunday I got compliments. Wow, Lisa, that's a beautiful bun you have in your hair. Where'd you get that? Where'd you buy it? And every Sunday I was like, I am not telling them I have a sock in my hair. Not going to do it. Just not doing that, not going there. So anyway, after, so many compliments, I said, this is a product. This is definitely a product. So I went home, got some materials together, and started cutting it out and making, little bun pieces and brought it to a company. And they helped me design it and so forth. A girlfriend of mine, Cindy Russo, gave me some guidance, and I got that on QVC too. And the beat goes on from there. I mean, other products after that. I have a rapid store organizer, which helped me to wrap, help me organize by wrapping paper and scissors and pens and pencils. I mean, how many times are you wrapping something and you lose it? You haven't moved from your spot, right?
Amen.
Right? You haven't moved, but all of a sudden the scissors are missing.
The tape hides.
It's gone. You stand up. It's nowhere to be found. So again, I developed a product to organize all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was called the Rapid Store, and that was on QVC television and did very, very well. And after that came, you know, I was putting Tupperware lids or plastic lids in a drawer and couldn't find them and had so many different places to put these plastic lids. And again, I said, well, hey, I'm an inventor. Why not design something for your lids? Came up with a product called the Perfect Pockets, which also sold, you know, in Bob's Kitchen on QVC television. Did great. Turned around and sold it on HSN as a makeup carrier. So, and there are other things, and it just keeps going on and on and on. But, you know, when you're an inventor, when you have a creative mind, this is what happens.
Right.
You do one, and there's many others to follow.
Right. And a lot of times people are not paying attention to the hints that they're getting. And, you know, when you started out years ago, there wasn't a whole lot of social media stuff going on either. You were doing a lot of the footwork, and that's some of the things that you really help inventors with as they move along, saying you can skip this step, but here's how you get to that first step.
Yeah, there are many steps involved in getting your product on the market or getting it manufactured. You know, and the last thing I want to do is make it sound easy. I summed all of that up in about 5 minutes or less. Mm-hmm. But there are many steps necessary to get your product going, get your idea going. And, you know, as you said, Maggie, I mean, there are things that people come up with all the time, and they don't even think about it. You know, every single day, things happen in your life, obstacles happen, and especially as mothers, we come up with solutions to problems that are right in front of us, right? Mm-hmm. We typically create things, and you don't even know. You rig things up with wires or duct tape or whatever it is, and you fix that, whatever that thing is, and you've recreated it. You've created that product or that problem. You've turned it into an invention, and we walk past that. And many people say, you know what, I redesigned this thing one day. I made that thing happen, and here somebody else has it on the market. Mm-hmm. Because that little snafu that you fixed turned into an invention.
Right. And it's just thinking ahead. Yes, thinking ahead. Yeah. You know, we do it all the time. We do it, and we don't even think about it. You know, in my workshops and my seminars, people will say, you know, well, how do I... You know, no, actually, I say, who here is an inventor, okay? In my seminars, who here is an inventor? Maybe 10% of the people will raise their hands, Maggie. And then I say, okay, who has mental inventions, meaning you thought about a product or you said, you know what, this is a product. Someone should invent that thing. And I always say, inevitably, why not make it you? Mm-hmm. Why aren't you inventing that thing? Why should somebody else do it? You thought of it. Create it. Make it happen. Right, exactly. Once again, folks, we're talking to the Inventress. It is Lisa Ascolese. She is an inventor, independent product broker, and businesswoman. She's here to answer your questions. All you wanna-be inventors, or if you think you've got something that you want to do out there, then give us a call. This is a woman who literally speaks around the country and around the world, helping people get their inventions from thought pattern to the marketplace and the many other things in between. Lisa, as you said, just thinking about it, and so often people feel like they have to have the product in perfect working order and spending a lot of money trying to get that done. And you tell them it doesn't have to be totally perfect. Just try and at least get something out there.
That's correct, Maggie. When people are coming up with prototypes or samples, okay, I can't sew to save my life, nor can I draw. So I will put things together.
But yet you did.
What's that?
I said, but yet you did.
I did it.
Yeah.
But I did it somehow with help. So what I suggest is whatever your product idea is, try to get it on paper first. You know, maybe have somebody who can draw, put it on paper for you. And if you can, try to make a sample. If it's something that's made out of plastic or wood or cardboard, the fabric is my favorite. And try to create a sample based on that so that the person who's actually going to create your prototype can kind of read from that and draw from what your drawing is or what your prototype is, what your sample is, what your crude sample is. If they're in the business, they get it. They're creative and they get it. They'll get it. And then what will happen is they will make modifications based on what you've given them. So it's a starting point. You don't have to spend thousands on a crude prototype or a sample. Start with your own hands if you can.
The other thing, Shark Tank has given people a lot of thoughts as to how to go and do a presentation, and that's one of the things. It's kind of like developing the elevator speech. Be able to describe your product in briefly but succinctly.
That's correct, Maggie, and I think a lot of people make the mistake of going too deep and they forget what the product actually is.
Mm-hmm.
They skip around. Just get to the point. What is the product? What exactly is the product, and what does it do? And why is there a need for it? Explain it, like as you said, succinctly, quickly, and just be real specific and have a passion behind your product first and foremost, especially when you're going on the Shark Tank.
Well, even then, with going on the Shark Tank, you've been known to work with people who also are maybe headed in that direction to help them get their actual spiel together and think through, because so often those folks that are sitting there asking them questions, you can tell on their faces they don't have a clue as to what the answer is to that question.
You're correct, and that's where research is very important.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Don't invent a product to make money.
Right.
Do not. That's the last thing you should be doing. As I said, come up with a solution-oriented product and typically trip over it. When you find that product that is that aha moment, that's where you'll have passion. I think that very rarely will you have a passion for something if you're just trying to make money on it.
Right.
If you find a product, if you create a product that you have passion for, you're going to do your research, you're going to do your homework, you're going to know your demographic, you're going to know all of those things before you stand in front of people like, folks from the Shark Tank or QVC or any retail store. You have to know your stuff. You've got to get it all together before you go on.
Right.
Details.
Definitely. The details. The success is in the details. We've got a call from Lisa in New Jersey. Good morning, Lisa. Thank you for calling.
Good morning. Thank you. It's so nice to talk to you, Miss Inventress. I've been reading your article in Essence, and I wanted to ask you a question.
Good morning, Lisa from Jersey. Wait, you're from Jersey and you're Lisa. You are all that, honey.
You're Lisa from Jersey, so we're kindred spirits.
Yes. The Lisa's from New Jersey. Go right ahead, Lisa.
New Jersey, too.
Yeah.
My question is this. There is I've come up with a variation to a coffee pot with like 5 different types of features. And I wanted to know, can I patent it? Because the coffee pot obviously exists.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a product that exists, can I patent it? Can I not patent it?
Look at how many different chocolate chip cookie things are out there. Yeah. And let me just interject real quick here, because Lisa, I know you can answer this question, but our pal Shantavia Johnson is also going to be on Thursday, and
awesome.
She is a patent and trademark attorney. So any other questions that you might need, we can also answer there. But go ahead, Lisa, for Lisa in New Jersey. Yeah.
Absolutely,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I love Shantavia.
I do too.
have to listen in. But anyway, yes, Lisa, great question. The first thing that you would probably need to do, if you have your specs and your drawings and all of that stuff, I would suggest that you see a patent attorney with what you have. And what they would do is a patent search to see how similar your product is to what's currently on the market. And I use ideas like coffee pot and cell phones and things like that. There are hundreds and thousands of different types of coffee pots, cell phones, and so forth. So, again, what you would have to do is take it to a patent attorney before you manufacture, because the last thing you want to do is manufacture this product and then you have a cease and desist because you're not allowed to sell it, or you're not allowed to, sell it without a patent. So see your patent attorney, and or listen for Shantavia on Thursday. You said she's coming on,
mm-hmm.
and I think she'll probably make the same suggestion. See a patent attorney.
I have a quick question. I have one quick
Sure.
question, though. Let's say, because I write music, so I know there's ways that I can go to the copyright office online and see what's been covered. You can
mm-hmm.
look my stuff up and other people's stuff. So is there a way, before you even get to a patent attorney, that I can do my own due diligence?
You can do it. You can do a search. I don't always trust that because, a patent attorney is going to want you to do it. He's going to want to do a search, or she's going to want to do a full search. So the last thing you want to do is half step. And I don't suggest doing your own patents. I don't suggest doing your own searches, but you can do a preliminary search.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that yourself.
Okay, because I know Google has something called Google Patents because I've been going through it.
Yes.
Exactly.
I'm not brave enough to do that. I give it to the experts. I kind of stay in my own lane.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much, Lisa. And
Lisa, thank you for calling in. I appreciate it.
Shantavia is going to be on Thursday. She'll be in the 10 o'clock hour on Thursday, and I highly recommend that you all listen to that, too, because Lisa is the setup. Shantavia gets you to be on that. And understanding patents and trademarks is also very, very important. It's kind of like paying your taxes. It's something you have to do if you really want to come out and make your move a real success.
That's right.
Okay. And I don't want to infringe on anybody either. So thank you so much, Miss Inventress.
You are very welcome, Lisa. Have a wonderful day.
Both of you have a blessed day.
Thank you. You too, Lisa.
You
too. Once again, we are talking with Lisa Ascolese, a.k.a. the Inventress. She's an inventor, independent product broker, and businesswoman. We're going to go to John in California. Good morning, John. Thank you so much for calling.
Hey, good morning, ladies. How are you?
We're good.
Good morning, John.
Good morning. I've got two questions. I've got some slogans or jingles that pop in my head sometimes. So I thought about, okay, could I put them on a T-shirt? Could I put them on a card? So the first question is that viable? Then the second question is, when you get an idea in your head, and maybe even if it's not an aha moment, then what? So how do you kind of screen to say, is it worth it? So can you talk at a high level about overall process?
Sure, John. When you have a jingle or something like that, that again speaks to trademarks and things like that. I have some words that I put on T-shirts and cups and so forth, but that's also a trademark, not an issue. It's a trademark focus. So again, Shantavia's going to be on Thursday, but I can tell you a little bit from my own experience that, yes, you can, same as I said to the previous caller, you can see a patent attorney speak with Shantavia on Thursday when she calls in, or go online and check her out, because I'm sure she'll be able to take you through the steps in terms of search. Same thing, a search to see if the jingle or the slogan is already out there and how it's being used.
All right, thanks a lot.
Okay, John. Thank you.
You're very welcome, John. Have a great day.
Yeah. Folks, we're going to have to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll be talking to Warren from Texas. Well, then we'll go to James in California and Tony in Georgia. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back with more conversation about today's hottest topics right after this short break. This is the Maggie Linton Show on Sirius XM Urban View. And now, let's join Maggie Linton on Sirius XM Urban View.
Tomorrow, we celebrate Wealth Wednesday with financial guidance from wealth coach Deborah Owens, creator of Owens Media Group, LLC, and author of A Purse of Your Own. But we continue right now with the Inventress. She's an inventor, independent product broker, and businesswoman, Lisa Ascolese. She's sharing advice for entrepreneurs and inventors. We're going to go to Warren in Texas. Good morning, Warren. Thank you so much for calling.
Good morning, Warren.
Yes. Good morning. How you doing? How both of you guys doing?
Great.
Well, thank you.
I've had this. Matter of fact, I do it for myself, and it's a product that I've made, but I want to put it on the market. But it involves another, say, a T-shirt. So would I have to actually do my own T-shirts before I actually alter
the prototype. I can use anything for a prototype, but I have to get, say, Hanes. I would have to get Hanes, get okay to use that shirt.
Good question. It's a double-edged kind of question here because I don't really know what your product is. I'm trying to envision, and I don't want you to say it. Okay. I want you to do me a favor because this is interesting. My website is www.inventinga2z.com, and if you go on my website and click on information, I can set up a little conversation with you privately because it's kind of hard to give you too much information on the phone. However, I can say I would look for a plain T-shirt because it doesn't have to be a brand. It doesn't have. I don't think there are plain T-shirts out there. No brand, the brandless T-shirts. So if you can find a brandless T-shirt and do whatever your product idea is without having to infringe on a Hanes or a Gildan or whatever.
Or Fruit of the Loom.
Or Fruit of the Loom. Exactly.
Yeah.
I would start with a basic. Okay, I hope that's answering your question. And if you want to incorporate or come together with another product, you may have to ask that person for permission if you're using their product too.
Okay, that email address again is?
My website is...
Go ahead, Lisa.
Okay, it's www.inventinga2z.com. That's Thomas Oliver, zebra.com.
Okay.
Okay, and you'll be able to email me. Email me. I'll give you a
it's a medical. It's a medical need. Everyone needs one of these, and I've never seen it. And I've seen some people look at mine and ask me, "What is that?"
You better stop showing people. First of all, Warren.
Yeah.
Don't show anybody your product. So you need a non-disclosure agreement from me, which I'll give you. Don't even tell me before I give you a non-disclosure agreement. Okay. So don't wear it, don't show anybody, and don't explain what it is until you're protected, or at least until you have some kind of until you have a patent or whatever it is you may have to do on this product. Keep it to yourself, Warren. It's exciting, but keep it to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's how many ideas are stolen, and that's how lawsuits come up.
That's
so,
correct.
Warren, and again, I tell you, as I just said earlier, don't be afraid to listen on Thursday because we have a patent and trademark attorney on that day. And so it could help put it together, but definitely get a hold of Lisa. She does consultations. She helps people, helps you smooth the path to where you want to go. Okay?
Yeah, I think you ought to repeat her email address throughout.
I will, and it will also be on my Facebook as well as my website. And it is Inventing A2Z, and the 2 is T-O, Inventing A2Z. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Warren.
Thank you.
All right, and good luck, and get a hold of Lisa from New Jersey. James from California. Good morning, James. Thank you so much for calling.
Morning, James.
Morning. I'm kind of like the other caller where I don't really want to say my invention, but I need some software written for my idea. I've kind of done some research on the idea. I haven't found it doesn't seem like anybody else is doing it. I've done some testers, like I already had the software written, and I got a lot of good response on like cold calls to people, but software writers are so expensive. I would like to go in partners with the software writer. Do you know any hints on that?
Sure. You know what I can tell you, James, from California. I'm jealous of your weather right now, by the way. Okay, I just have to share that with you first and foremost. Okay, so, James, what I would do if I were you is maybe go to a community college and see what students are available. You know, each community college has a website. There are interns. There's an intern site where you can get some help from one of the local colleges. And, you know, you do the same thing. You have a non-disclosure agreement between yourself and that person, student, whoever's going to help you. And I think that's a great way to start because they're looking for experience and you're looking for some, you know, a place to be able to save a little bit of money.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yes, I was getting ready to say interns, community colleges, even in sometimes there are kids even in high school that are doing
That's
that.
right. That's
and
right.
Coding is one of the things that is just making such a difference in the world, and that's a way for you to get your product without it costing you a whole lot. But as Lisa said, be sure and get that non-disclosure agreement signed.
Okay, I can just set that up online and just print it out, or
you can, but read it. You can, but be very, very careful, because you can even make one yourself, okay? Just be very, very detailed in the topics that you're going to discuss. Very, very specific, very basic. A non-disclosure agreement doesn't have to be 5 pages long. You should have probably 4 or 5 paragraphs that are succinct and detailed and specific to the product, dated, signed, and what I like to do is also, even if you call me up or email me, is I have you sign and mail your non-disclosure agreement to yourself, certified mail, and just to protect yourself. And this is for anyone who's working with anybody else in terms of bringing a product or looking at somebody else's product. Non-disclosure agreement, key. First step.
Well, thanks a lot.
All right. Thank you, James. Once again, we're on the phone with the Inventress, Lisa Ascolese. We're going to go to Tony in Georgia. Good morning, Tony. Thank you so much for calling.
Good morning, Tony.
Good morning, Maggie. Thank you for having Lisa on, because I have a question about a product that I got with a company that is advertised very heavily on TV. And I got with them about my product. We went through the process of getting me a patent on it. And they kind of invented a prototype for me. But the thing is, they won't allow me to have it. And
I know who you're talking about.
We've heard this one before.
Tony. I know exactly who you're talking about, and I am so sorry. Okay.
And over $11,000.
I know. You know what? That was cheap, Tony. Usually it's about $22,000, and that's the number. But I have to say, I'm so sorry for that, and I have so many people coming to me with this issue. They have a beautiful book with diagrams and pictures, and for some reason this company says, I'm sorry, I can't ship it to you because it's too heavy to mail, and I have things shipped to me from China that are monstrosities. But anyway, the point is, what you need to do now is go and see an attorney, a regular attorney, or someone who can give you some legal advice outside of patents. Regular attorney, and they're going to have to kind of, they may have to do a cease and desist to that company, especially if you have a paper trail. If you have a patent, you said they put a design patent on it, or they patented it for you, or they've made a prototype for you, you'll scare them by getting an attorney. I promise you that. I promise, even if it's just a letter, because it happens very frequently. Very important to research the people you're going to work with.
Yeah.
Really important. Okay.
The other part of that is when they made the prototype, they didn't quite complete it the way that I wanted it, because now what I want to do is make the product exactly the way I want to. So I've been kind of working with, and just to give you a little idea, it deals with solar energy.
Okay.
And and there are several products out of the one that I've been thinking about that I could use this for, because I notice a lot of times on Shark Tank, and I'm just listening to you always mentioning that, how can this product continue on to other things? Is it a business or is it just a hobby? So I was trying to make sure I saw this as a business, and I said, well, I can make this product out of this and that, and this and that. And so I said, yes, this can be a business. But after I kept giving these people money, they say, okay, we're going to put this out in front of a company. But before we put this out in front of a company, you need to give me so much more money. And I kept saying, I keep giving you this money, but you're not telling me, you're not giving me any results. I'm just spending money.
I hate to use you an example, Tony.
I'm sorry. With them.
I'm so sorry to use you as an example, but you are a perfect example for, people, my clients who come in for consultations and so forth. You have to really read the fine print and ask questions. Don't be afraid. If you're not comfortable working with the person that you're working with, get out of that marriage immediately, because it's very obvious. What happens with inventors is they are so excited about getting their product on the market because there's so few people out there who are legitimate companies who can actually help you. So you kind of jump in to the fire immediately. And, whether it's me or check me out. Check out the company you're working with and if it doesn't make sense, it's really, don't go with it. Read the fine print and read the big, large print because it's right there in black and white.
Uh-huh.
Nobody should be taking money from you without having, you need everything in writing, every single thing. This is your product, your idea. If you wanted to have a hat on top of it and they say, no, you know what, too bad. Put a hat on it because that's the way you want this product designed. It's your idea. It's your product. Don't let anybody make changes. If it's not right to you, if it's not working for you, it's not going to work. It's your product. Never let a company take over. I tweak products for my clients on a regular basis. I may say, you know what, Tony, let's add this to it because it makes sense. If you don't like it, you don't have to do it. Okay? Right. So, just read, call about them, call the Better Business Bureau, find out about these companies before you jump in.
Uh-huh.
And
now,
please give me a call.
Where are you located?
I'm in New Jersey, but I do over-the-phone consultations. And if you didn't hear it earlier, my website is Inventing, the letter A, the letter T is in Thomas. All right.
I will be contacting you.
Okay,
yes, and
calling.
Also get an attorney. And you don't have to get one that's really expensive. And if you still want to make a few tweaks on a product, look for somebody local. Non-disclosure agreement done first, and then go to that person. Don't go someplace across the country or wherever to get it done.
Absolutely not.
I think this time I'm going to go and make a prototype myself.
There you go.
And what I'm going to do is more or less get with my nephew, who is an electrician, and we're going to sit down and go through this and make it work solo. And then we'll go forward from there.
But even with him, fill out a non-disclosure agreement.
That's right.
We know families. You know families. I'm just telling you.
Well, they're proud of you. But they're proud of you.
But they'll take your money too. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, Tony. Thank you. Once again, we're talking with the Inventress, Lisa Ascolese. We're going to go to Lynette in. I'm sorry. We're going to go to Iris in North Carolina. Good morning, Iris. Thank you for calling.
Good morning, Iris.
Good morning to you.
Good.
How are you?
We're great.
I had a family member call me, Eric Richardson, and he let me know that you guys were on the phone and he's listening to you, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And, he said that I had to listen to you because you do inventions, so you might be able to help me.
Sure.
And I have an invention that I went to the Home Depot and just had them make for me. And, of course, they didn't know what I was doing, but they helped me put it together because it was stuck in my head. And it's been in my head for about 5 years. So I called the Invent Help, and I also called another place. And, they were just so excited to get me to sign these papers. And it just looked so crazy, like he said. But the scary part about it was that I told him I can't sign anything because I need a lawyer to look at it. And they called me every single day, asked me did I want to do commercials, and what did I think about sending a picture. And, the picture didn't go through. Thank God. That was a message.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So she
Yep.
said, I didn't get the picture. It might have been too big. Can you resend it? And at that point, I was like, I don't think the company is good for me. And I started looking them up, and they had all kind of, discrepancies where they were taking the money from the customers and not getting it. And they were telling me, well, that's with everybody, How is it that you get a product out and, everything doesn't sell? I mean, so basically they're taking your money and then telling you that we can get this out to you. But if we take it to a marketing company like Kohl's or Walmart or anywhere and they don't accept it, then we need some more money from you. So we're backing up all of this money and, so it just lost me. This is a different ball game.
Well, Iris, I'm glad that you're doing your due diligence. I'm very happy that you're doing your due diligence because, as I said to Tony previously, or James, it's very, very important to shop around, take a look at the company that you're going to be working with. Go to, check them out. That's why there's Dun & Bradstreet and all of these different entities that can give you information on these companies. Please, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it kind of is a duck. So if it's all wrong to you, it's not right. So I'm glad that you're doing your due diligence. And please go to my website, check out what I can do for you. I'd love to be able to help you. And the other thing is, if somebody's hounding you every 5 minutes, why aren't they busy doing something else? You know what I mean? If they're calling you every 5 minutes and telling you that you need to sign this piece of paper, that would make me run so fast and so far.
Well, I would like your advice because this product could be good for every woman.
Then you need to get in touch with Lisa. Once again, her website is Inventing A to Z, and that's T-O, inventinga2z.com. And go there. Lisa helps people from all over the world.
Okay. And I want to say something else, Maggie. This month, for everyone, all of you ladies and gentlemen listening, I'm in Essence Magazine for an April issue. And I'm featured from page, let me see what page it is. I don't quite remember. 92.
I just got my Essence in the mail last night, and I did not go through it, or else I'd have known that. So there you go, folks.
Yes, and the beautiful Kelly Rowland is on the front cover. She's beautiful
with her baby.
So please buy an Essence magazine. It gives you a whole lot of information, but certainly absolutely give me a call, send me an email, and I'd love to be able to walk you through this, Iris.
Okay, I appreciate you. Thanks a lot.
Hey, no problem. And I will tell you also, folks, Lisa's the real deal. Okay, we're going to have to take a break. We got V from Pennsylvania coming up next, and then Ty and Lynette. But finally, there's a lightweight cat litter that doesn't act lightweight. It's the new Arm & Hammer Clump and Seal Lightweight. If you have never tried a lightweight litter or are unhappy with the one you have, then you have to try new Arm & Hammer Clump and Seal Lightweight. This is a totally different kind of lightweight litter. It seals and destroys odor on contact. Clump and Seal Lightweight is the only lightweight litter that guarantees 7-day odor control, and it's 100% dust-free. If you hate pouring cat litter and getting that cloud of dust, Clump and Seal Lightweight is for you. And Clump and Seal Lightweight is 50% lighter than regular Arm & Hammer litters, making it easier to carry. What are you waiting for? Get 7-day odor control guaranteed and no dust with new Arm & Hammer Clump and Seal Lightweight cat litter. Tough on odor, 50% lighter, and completely dust-free. That's new Arm & Hammer Clump and Seal Lightweight litter. When we come back, more with Lisa Ascolese and you. Stay tuned.
Featuring guests that highlight everyday life. You are listening to The Maggie Linton Show on Sirius XM Urban View. Great conversations continue now on The Maggie Linton Show.
Well, welcome back. We continue with inventor, independent product broker, the Inventress, Lisa Ascolese. We are going to go direct to V from Pennsylvania. Good morning, V. Thank you for calling.
Good morning, V.
Hi. How are you?
We're good. How are you?
Good. Okay, fine. Thank you. Thanks for taking my call. I don't usually listen to this show, but I happened to stay on after Joe Madison, and I'm glad I did. This is very interesting because I have, for many years, had all these ideas for inventions. A long time ago, like in the 80s, I went to a lawyer about an invention, an idea that I had for a product that I thought was meet a need of a certain demographic. And when I went to that lawyer, and he wanted to know so many specifics about this product. I think it was a lawyer that dealt with inventions, too. But I got nervous because he was asking, I thought, too many questions, and I thought, well, he could steal my idea, or anybody could steal the idea. So I was glad to hear you talk about this non-disclosure agreement. But so you're saying if you go and speak with a particular type of lawyer, they should, if they're dealing on the up and up, they should have you sign a non-disclosure agreement, right? Or do you have to ask?
Well, sometimes attorneys do not necessarily sign non-disclosure agreements because they are patent attorneys, and you're going to them specifically to put a patent on the product. So they're going to need details. They will need details about the product if you're planning on using them to patent the product. They'll need every detail possible, including a little bit of a write-up specific to creating this drawing that they're going to need to do. And getting back to the lovely young lady will be on Thursday who is a patent attorney who could walk you through that process. But please feel free, again, to email me, go to my website. I'd love to walk you through the beginning process, sign a non-disclosure agreement with you, and, help you with some direction and guidance. I love when people have ideas in their head. You're saying 5 years. Is it 5 years since you came up with this product that we said, V?
It's 5 years.
Is it 5 years, you said?
There's that. Oh, well, I hadn't been thinking about it for that. Well,
I'm sorry.
5 years before, but this was in like 88. This was like back.
Oh, so you've been thinking about it for a while.
Right, but I stopped. I kind of let it go because it kind of, I got kind of frightened after that. And I thought, I don't know what I'm doing.
Don't let it go. Don't let it go.
Mm-mm.
Make it happen.
So,
there's a need.
Yeah, and then I'm hearing you, I'm thinking, well, maybe I need to get back with this and move on to the other ideas that are in my mind. Now, what is this you said about $22,000? Is that
No, go ahead. Lisa, I'm going to let you handle that one. All I have to say is, number one, contact Lisa at inventinga2z.com and listen on Thursday when we have a patent and trademark attorney, Shantavia Johnson, on for an hour.
I will.
And I work with Shantavia. She's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, I will definitely catch that. Now, what did I hear you say that you do seminars, or there's some seminars about this?
I do seminars, workshops, and all of that stuff. So please absolutely get in touch with me. You can go to my website and see what my schedule is. Okay. And if there's nothing there, give me a call, and I'll let you know personally the next time I'm speaking or giving a workshop.
Thank you so much.
All right.
You're very welcome. Good
luck, V, and move forward with those ideas.
Amen.
Yes, I will.
All right. Sounds great. Thank you.
I love inventors. I love them, Maggie.
I do too.
I love creativity.
I do too. That's why I have you on.
All right.
Because so often we turn in to see QVC, HSN, one of the other many different shows that are out there, and you see a product and you go, "Oh my God, why didn't I think of that?" And even on your website, Lisa, you have products. You have your products that are there that make so much sense and make our lives easier. But you haven't invented.
That's correct.
Exactly.
And, there's so many ideas that you see on television and in retail stores there. You know what? I thought of that.
Yeah.
I thought of that. And don't let that discourage you, because they're modifications. Not that you're stealing someone else's idea. They're modifications to products made on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
And so don't feel like it's not a product. I deal with everything from food. Food is a product. I have a product called Couture Patties that I'm launching on QVC. Wonderful client. Bra accessories, a product called Rixie Clip.
Yeah.
I have books, Real Fountain of Youth, health and fitness book. It's time to get in shape, too, by the way. You need to look at that book. But there's so many different products on the market that you don't really think of as inventions. People created these items.
That's right.
As I said, from dolls to books to whatever it is, these are inventions. And you, too, can get your product on the shelf.
Yeah,
you can get your product on the shelf. You can get it manufactured. But it takes time, and it takes diligence, faith, and dedication to get your product going. Do your research, take your time, and figure out the person you're going to use to help you go in the right direction.
Yeah.
And as I said, I'm wide open, willing to take your calls, to take your emails, and I'm happy to answer your questions.
Right. We've got a
please
call.
Feel free.
Right. We've got a call from Lynette in Michigan. Good morning, Lynette. Thank you so much for calling.
Good morning, Lynette.
Good morning, Lynette.
Good morning. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. We can hear you now.
Okay. Hi. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Good morning.
Okay. So my question is, I have my prototype, and I need the non-disclosure, non-compete agreement. And should that be drafted by the patent attorney, or can any attorney draft that?
You can create your own non-disclosure agreement. You could take a look online. You can go to Google and look up non-disclosure agreements. And as I mentioned before, make it a brief one, and you have to be very, very specific and detailed about what your product is, who you're showing it to, two parties, yourself and the party that you're showing it to. You sign it specific to the details of your product, and that begins the process, non-disclosure. I also suggest that you make a copy, you mail one to yourself via certified mail, so you have a paper trail. Doesn't always hold up in court, but you have a paper trail. Very important to protect yourself, and not share your information with anybody until you are protected.
Okay. Now I have another question. Now, you said Shantavia is going to be on. Was that at 10 a.m. on Thursday?
Yes, ma'am, it is. And, you know, the 10 o'clock hour also repeats at noon every day. So in case you can't make the 10, it repeats at noon. That's the reason why I try and have certain guests on for that, 10 o'clock hour, and then it repeats again at like 2 o'clock in the morning. According to where you are, that's not a bad time if you're on the West Coast. It's 2 o'clock in the morning if you're on the East. But, this 10 o'clock hour always repeats at noon.
Okay. Now, one last question. Mm-hmm. So, unfortunately, I did almost go through one of the companies that was named not just a moment ago.
Right.
And I didn't go through the full process, but I did leave a drawing. Should I go there and ask for it back, or am I going to have to get an attorney involved in that process?
Have them sign a non-disclosure agreement. I'm hoping that they will honor your non-disclosure agreement, and that you do it retroactive, that you date it. You have on the non-disclosure agreement, write the fact that you were there before on such and such a date. And you can do a letter proposing that. I was here on such and such a date, and we did not sign a non-disclosure agreement. Can you please put a signature on this piece of paper? They should honor that. If they don't, then I would take a look at maybe a general attorney.
Okay,
but don't jump into that right away, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
All right,
You're very
thank
welcome.
you, Lynette.
Have a great day, Lynette.
All righty. Ty from Maryland. Good morning, Ty. Thank you so much for calling.
Good morning, Ty.
Thank you so much. Yes, and thank you, and good morning. My question is, I listen to this a lot. Then I've had lots of books. I've been to the SBA, just places getting information. This sentence, you have to do your homework. There's so much involved under your homework. You talk about marketing analysis and research and finding and go get your prototype done. Where does a person begin to look? You can go to Google. I've done that. Say if I wanted to get a prototype done, where do you go?
You start with me, dear.
The process.
You call me, the Inventress. You go to my website, and I'm not being facetious at all. It's very, very difficult in fact, I have a guidebook coming out in about 6 months.
In fact, it can be overwhelming at times. You also have CDs out, though, too, Lisa. You should mention that.
I do have my CD, and you can go to my website and purchase that. It's $20, and it takes you step by step. However, there are steps, and you think about the first thing that you would do. And I asked my daughter this yesterday. I said, what's the first thing that you would do if you're inventing a product? She says, Mom, maybe I do a drawing first. And that is the first place to start. I say sleep with a pad and paper, a pen and pad at your headboard, okay, or your bedside table. Write down specifically where to start. You have the idea. You write down the idea. Draw the idea. Once you do that, marinate that for a little bit, okay? Then, there are certain steps, and the steps make sense. I know it's overwhelming and confusing when you don't know the steps, but please feel free to reach out to me, and there are not a lot of companies out there that you can go to. So I'd love to be able to help you, to take you through the steps, and it is confusing when you don't know the steps. So please go to my website, take a look at my website, shoot me an email, and I'd be happy to walk you through the steps. And as Maggie said, I do private consultations, whether it's over the phone or if you're close to me, I can meet you at my office. But, I'm happy to help you with the steps. And I know so many people out there are frustrated with the steps, but have no fear. I'll help you out. Yeah. Walk you through it.
Thank you.
All right, Ty, and it's inventinga2z.com, and the 2 is T-O. All right?
I'm also on Twitter and Facebook.
Yes, she is. All right, thank you so much, Ty. Good luck. Step forward in faith. Michelle from Colorado, thank you for calling. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning, Michelle.
Hi, good morning. How you doing?
We're great.
Great.
Hi. So, I have been working on an idea, and I have gotten my prototype done. It should be done like within any day now. And I found that I made the mistake years ago of working with an out-of-state company where I was not able to interact, but I was blessed to find a company here in Colorado that I've been able to trust and work with. And so now I was going to go to Maryland in May to interview for the Shark Tank. And so...
Go to New Jersey first and see Lisa before you even come to Maryland for the Shark Tank. She could save you a lot of steps and probably even a lot of your business going to somebody else who already is a multimillionaire.
I'll get you ready. I will get you ready.
Yeah.
For the
so
Shark Tank.
you will get me ready. So
I will.
Oh, she will, honey.
Crying.
To come out to see you first.
Yes.
Come on out and see me. Y'all get you nice and slicked up and ready.
Yeah, because that's the only thing. Because I have no business experience. I'm just a regular mom. I'm a chef by trade. You know what I mean? And it's just an idea that I came up with, and I invested my income taxes. You know, I'm low income mother, and I was like, okay, this year I'm not going to buy a TV or shoes or anything. I'm going to invest my money, and so hopefully to get a different outcome for my children and I.
Yeah.
Good for you. And it can change your life. It can absolutely change your life. I'd love to be able to help you out, Michelle. Again, give me a call, shoot me an email, go to my website, and I'd love to take you through the steps.
And Lisa, you should also say that long before there was a Shark Tank, you were doing Inventions and getting them out on the marketplace.
That's right.
Yeah.
For years. It's been over 30 years. I hate to call out numbers because then people try to figure out how old I am. But that's okay, too.
You started when you were 13, so it's okay. Well, actually, you said 9, so that's okay.
9 with the shoelaces, yeah.
That's always good. I know that, I guess the process seems so intimidating because I did speak to an expert, and his suggestion was that I take my product by myself and, try to get the most of the money out of it. And so when you think about, how do I raise money and stuff like that, are you good at helping to find ways to help raise money?
I can direct you. There are many different ways of raising money these days, thank God.
Yeah.
From venture capitalists to all of the different...
crowdsourcing and everything else in between.
And so on.
Yeah.
Lisa, so there's a lot of different ways. Yeah.
Lisa is who you want to get in touch with. Listen, folks, I wish I had more time. I got to go.
Okay.
But listen, Michelle, get a hold of Lisa. And once again, it is the Inventress, inventor, independent product broker, and businesswoman, Lisa Ascolese. Lots more at Lisa's website. We've been saying it all day. It is inventinga2z.com. And the 2 is T-O. Inventinga2z.com. She's also on Facebook, and she tweets at Lisa Ascolese, and that's ASCOLESE. Thank you, Lisa. Wonderful having you on, as always. All
Amen.
right.
Lift each other up 2 hands at a time. Sometimes use your foot.
All right. Certainly will.
All
Promise.
right, Maggie. Have a blessed day, my
You
dear.
too, Lisa. Continued success. Tomorrow, we celebrate Wealth Wednesday with financial guidance for